Bionic Gloves presents the Hands-On Golf Podcast, bringing anatomy and hand function to the forefront of glove design to improve comfort, fit, and performance. Bionic is a division of Hilrich & Bradsby Company, makers of Louisville Slugger bats and ball gloves. Bionic gloves are the only gloves designed by a leading orthopedic hand surgeon, Dr. Jim Kleinert.
Welcome everyone to this edition of the Bionic Gloves Hands-On Golf Podcast. My name is Chaz Ra. I'm your host, and I'm here with Barry Bonifield at the Crescent Hill Golf Course in Louisville, Kentucky. Let's get right into the question. This one comes in from Greg, and he says, Chaz, thanks for your podcast. I absolutely love them. Well, Greg, I can't even say. Yeah, well, thank you very much. I appreciate it. I got a question about my short game. When I have a really short shot, about 25 yards from the green, I tend to hit the ball and it goes to the right. I notice that I don't follow through in my swing and am uncomfortable taking full swings this close to the green in fear I'll hit over the green. Can you please help me with this? Thank you very much, Greg. Barry, what can we do?
Hey, Greg, thank you for your question. First of all, it sounds like you probably have a grip issue. So I'm going to show you the grip, and then I'm going to give you a visual that will help you with the length of your swing and pace of your swing. And if we're lucky, we might even solicit some help from a golfer or two here on the golf course today.
Well, good. We're going to do that in just a moment. Now, Greg, I just want to say thank you for your participation because, of course, you will be getting the Bionic glove. And if you would like to participate in this podcast, it's real easy. Just send us a story idea to podcast at Bionic Gloves with your name, full mailing address, all that information, whether you're right or left-handed, and what size you wear. You do all that, and we use the story idea in the podcast. We'd be more than happy to send you one at no cost. And everyone, thank you for your never-ending support. Please keep the emails coming. And as usual, tell your buddies to go visit bionicgloves.com/podcast. Go to iTunes, leave us feedback. It's very important that we hear from you. So, Barry, let's go on the course and see how we can resolve this issue for Greg and make us all better golfers in this edition of the Bionic Gloves Hands-On Golf Podcast.
Greg, thanks again for your question. We're here off our 6th green, about 25 yards or so, and I'm soliciting a guy that I've just met for the first time, Charlie Farnsley. And I had noticed on the last hole that Charlie's grip is in a club face open position. And so what I'd like to do first, I'm going to show you the grip, and then I'm going to see if I can help Charlie, because I think he might have the same problem as you, and I'm putting him on the spot. Charlie, I appreciate your help.
Yeah, no problem.
And
I need the help.
Might be a good thing. So first of all, let me show you the grip, Greg, and here's what, I guess my left hand first, Bionic glove hand first, and I'm going to put my hand on the club where my thumb goes down the right side of the grip. It does not go down the middle. If it goes down the middle, you're going to add loft to the club face every time you swing, and you're going to slice the golf ball. You're going to hit it much shorter than you should. So we want to be sure that our thumb goes down the right side of the grip, and from where I'm standing, I should be able to see the top of my second knuckle right over here without craning my head very much. From there, I'm going to put my pinky of my right hand in between my first and second fingers back here, and then the rest of my hand just covers that left thumb just like that. And that's what my hand should look like. Now, typically, to be real honest with you, Greg, this is about a 2 to 7 week process, and it can be somewhat grueling because it'll feel uncomfortable. But first, I'm going to have Charlie show you his hands. Charlie, put your hands on your grip if you would, like normal. And this is Charlie's grip. Charlie looks like a good athlete. And here's what I'm going to do for Charlie. I'm going to go ahead, I'm going to turn his hands more this way, and he's going to feel like, oh gosh, what am I doing? And then I'm going to turn this hand where it just covers that thumb, and I'm going to pull this index knuckle on the side. So what Charlie should be able to see from where he's standing, this thumb is going to be more down the right side, and he should be able to see knuckle number 2, and if he can't, we're just going to turn it a little bit more. And that's going to help square that club face. So both hands are turning more toward the middle that way. This is better. Now, his club face position is now square, where it pretty much was to start anyway. What we're going to do, we've got the club face here. We're going to have him swing back to a square position, through, and then on to a square position here. With your other grip and with Charlie's grip, every time he came through, the club face would have been open, just like this. So he would have turned this pitching wedge into possibly a sand wedge or a lob wedge, because he added loft to the face by keeping it open. See how this club face is more toward the sky? We need the toe of the club toward the sky. So now I'm going to put him on the spot, and I'm going to ask him to try to hit a shot. And Charlie, the only thing I'd like to ask you to do is try to hit this shot, make this sound. There you go. And then when you swing through, I want you to just get your hands through right to there like that. Be sure your hands rotate over just like that. Exactly. It's as if you're reaching out to shake hands with someone, just like that. All right? Let's give that a try. We'll see how it works. And this is putting Charlie on the spot, but I think he's game for it. Give it a try. That's much better. Make this sound here. A little deeper. Stay in that posture. That's good. Give it a try. Just go through to that toe up position on the way through. Good. Much better. You know, that ball went just over the back of the green a little longer than normal, but you could see that ball, you didn't add any loft to that shot, and that ball went very directly just to the left of the flagstick, and it looked a lot better than that one on the last hole.
Yeah.
So,
right.
Charlie, thank you for your help. I appreciate that very much. Thank you so much.
Yeah, thanks.
Greg, just to make things clear to you, if that club face comes in open, pointing toward the sky this way, you're going to add loft and it's going to turn into a different golf club. It's going to be short, and I'm confident that's what you're doing. So your left hand must turn more on top of the club where you can see the top of that second knuckle, and that's really your key. And then cover that left thumb with your right hand, and then be sure when this club face comes through that you swing this club and let the hands and arms rotate, because you want the toe of the club pointing up this way, not up this way on the way through. It must be pointing up just like this. And that's what Charlie did so well that time. For any more help, be sure to consult with your local PGA golf professional. And thank you for that great question. I feel confident you'll get better from this. Now, Charlie, I put you on the spot with that grip change there. First time you'd ever tried it. We just met each other.
Yeah.
But what did that feel like to you? Did it feel a lot different than when you left those other shots short of the green and kind of high and off to the right?
Yeah, definitely. I mean, it was where I was aimed. You know, it was just a little long, but I think, you know, this is the 7th hole, 6th hole.
6th hole.
First 5 holes have been short the whole time, so that's what I was complaining to him about, actually.
Well, Charlie's a big, tall, athletic guy, and to be hitting the ball short can be a very frustrating thing. I think a little bit more distance would be a good thing, wouldn't it?
Yeah, definitely.
Yeah, thanks for your help.
Really appreciate it.
You bet.
Thanks.